Shalom, shalom, first and foremost. I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Salutation to you, Archeum, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. This is your brother Yassad back at you with another lesson on edifying. Just staying in the spirit, right? This lesson here is actually going into when time of famine we shall be taken care of, right? Because famine hit many times. Well, it hit a couple times throughout the scriptures, and the Lord's people, they were taken care of, right? The Lord fed them. In the time where I think it was Jezebel or one of them, when they was looking to persecute the prophets, and the hiding they was hiding away in a cave, and I can't remember the prophet that fed them, fed the fed the chosen of the Lord that was preserved in that time throughout that famine, right? You know, a lot of accounts and what the Lord will surely provide. The Lord caused ravens to feed the prophet. But without further ado, let's get to it. Matthew 6 and 25. It said, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, right? What ye shall drink, what ye shall eat, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body than the raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not." And it's a, don't even think about it, because when shit is about to hit the fan, it's not going to come creeping up on we like a thief in the night. Boom, it just gonna happen suddenly. Meaning that, you might have crops, you might have food in your house, but things is gonna be so hard out here is that people is gonna be invading one another. They're not going to have no care for the neighbor anymore, right? Because the hard time and gonna wax cold and famine, that everybody hungry. So it's only obvious there's gonna be people, they don't wanna hear what the government had to say anymore. They're gonna be spoiling, people for the goods. They will be spoiling the houses to eat the food, because they don't have the hungry to try and crying out. The alternative is they're gonna have to turn into survival mode and go to kill our next man for what he has, right? There's a account in there. Second is just 15 and 19. Like a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. It could be two friends. In that day, two friends is gonna fight like enemies in that day, right? But shall destroy their house with the sword and spoil their goods. Because all the time, in this time in here, your neighbor come, you could get a plate of food. You could even supply him with a little small grocery if you run out, as meaning, alright, eat coconut pot. You had to get a little gold and real, a little something to eat to finish cook the pot. You could afford to do that now. But in that time when nobody really having, it's gonna be whoever have, they're gonna conserve it for themselves. They're gonna be hiding the food from the neighbor, right? But the world gone. The ones that don't have, they're not gonna just sit there and starve. They're coming for the ones that have, right? Let's say, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So this is the reason why they actually gonna reach to that state, because of great tribulation, the Lord sending famine, judgment, plagues, pestilence, and all that would aid in the rising up of the people, where there's gonna be what sedition among men. There's gonna be you're gonna see the full play out at the heart of many waxing cold. Some is even gonna be pushed to the point that hey, they had to look to eat the own kind, the own flesh, you know, and they had to eat their own daughters, their own sons, just to survive, and that is just the time coming. Let's see. I'm gonna get back at the Matthew. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. So yeah, because it's not like these birds come now, they would gather up about 100 worms and store it to eat the next day. It is not so, because every day daily these worms had to be fed, right? So with that being so, as every day they literally living to praise the Lord, because the Lord feeding them, you know, providing worms for them, all these things, right? It say, are ye not much better than they? So if the Lord actually feeding these birds, these animals daily, who is us to feed, right? Who is us to provide, for the Lord to provide for? And we much more, precious than these animals to the Lord, right? Okay, here the book of right, the account in Bella and the Dragon, right? I'll start at from verses Bella and the Dragon, chapter 1 and 31. Who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days? Let's start at verses 20. It says, when they of Babylon heard that they took, let's see, Bell and the Dragon, chapter 1 and 24. And the king said unto Daniel, will thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God, therefore worship him. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai my power, for he is the living power. But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch and fat and hay, and did seethe them together, and made lumps thereof, that he put in the dragon's mouth. And so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods you worship. When they of Babylon heard that, they took indignation and conspired against the king, saying, the king is become a Jew, and he had destroyed Bel, he had slain the dragon, and put the priest to death. So they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee and thine house. Now when the king saw that they pressed him so, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them, who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. So yes, 6 days he was put into a den with lions, hungry, lions. He wasn't being fed anything, and in the den there were 7 lions, and they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them to the intent they might devour Daniel. So they leave these 7 lions hungry, starving, right? And it's obvious they would want to eat. Now therefore was in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, who had made pottage and broken bread in a bowl, and was going into the field it to bring to the reapers. But the angel of the Lord said to Habakkuk, Go carry the dinner that thou hast in Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den. So the Lord sent an angel to tell Habakkuk, go and feed that wherever you prepare it, go and feed that to Daniel. Because remember Daniel in the lion's den for days and he haven't eaten, so obviously he would be hungry. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I have never seen Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. Then the angel, listen carefully what took place. And the angel of the Lord of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai took him by the crown. He take him by the head and bear him by the hair of his head, and through the vehemency of his spirit sent him in Babylon over the den. Right? So this well, I don't know how we maybe had done it. Well, this is all miraculous and powerful works done by the angel, through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Habakkuk cried and said, oh, Daniel, take the dinner which Yahweh had sent thee. And listen carefully. And Daniel said, Thou hast remembered me, O Yahweh, neither hast thou forsaken them that seek thee and love thee. So listen carefully, The Habakkuk being wherever Habakkuk was teleported because he haven't met Daniel before, maybe, and maybe don't know where Babylon is, neither did then, and to the angel he was teleported over there just to get Daniel that, and Daniel reverence because he know it was the work of the Lord. So Daniel arose and did eat, and the angel of the Lord set Habakkuk in his own place again immediately. Yeah, so the angel teleport back Habakkuk back to where he was. Upon the seventh day the king went to bewail Daniel, and when he come to the den he looked, and behold, Daniel was sitting. Then cried the king with a loud voice, saying, Great art Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, power of Daniel, and there is none besides thee. And he drew him out and cast those that were the cause of his destruction in the den, and they were devoured in a moment before his face. Yeah, because the Lord in control of the animals. He put a calm spirit upon these lions to not harm Daniel, right? That's why the scriptures say in the Job that we're gonna be in league with the stones, these wild beasts. They're not gonna touch the elect, right? Precept here where it speaks of never see the righteous begging. Psalms 37 and 25. I have been young and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken. Daniel said, "What the Lord hadn't forgotten him, nor his seed begging bread." Yeah. So that is the power of Yahweh Shai. And greater things that he done. He even rained manna from heaven to feed the Israelites in the time of the wilderness. So who is you for you to feed when that time come? When great famines upon earth. Like Job Job chapter 5 and 19, he shall deliver thee in six troubles, in the seven shall no evil touch thee. The six troubles tying into the mark of the beast, you know, and chaos being turned up upon Jacob via or the Jacob's trouble. Famine is gonna be included, race wars going on, you know, many things is gonna be happening in that time. But the Lord is going to deliver us. And in the seventh, the nuclear missiles, the elect is going to be preserved from that. and famine, he shall redeem thee from death. So, hey, the Lord, just like Daniel, you know, Daniel didn't die. The Lord fed him. The Lord found Daniel and fed him, you know. And I to witness that alone is it real, yapa, right? And in war, from the power of the sword. So yeah, just like a dream I had, some soldiers nabbing up everybody, and we was hiding in a building, and they infiltrated the building, but it had other people, and they came in, rushing through, grabbing people, and me and a few brothers, we was in the same room with a lot of other people, and these soldiers run up to we like if it was we they're going to grab, but they grab a next portion of people right next to us, as if the Lord just made us invisible at that time. Like the dream I had, you know. It said, "Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh." Yeah. So, hey, all our false accuse, you know, they persecuting us, all these things. We're not gonna be afraid when they carry we up to the judges, the accuse we are what is right and what is wrong. You know, it's in neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when all these plagues cometh upon the earth. We're not gonna be frightened and unaware, you know. It's here destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. So when these things come here, you're gonna laugh because we are the full faith and trust in the Lord that hey, that precept. Um, yes, she forget. First Kings 17 and verses 4. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So you went and did according to the word of Yahweh Hashem Yishai. For you went and dwelt by the brook Cherith that is before Jordan, and the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. And it came to pass after a while, the brook dried up because they had no more rain in the land. Yeah, because during that famine, during that no rain time period, and no rain, which would cause famine because no water to supply for crops. The Lord, kept him. He upheld him, right, by causing the ravens to go be plucking and bringing food unto him to eat. That's really upper. So in that time, we just have to put trust in Yahweh Shem Yeshai. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshai Bashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles. Until the next one, Shalom.